Alrighty. So I hope my internet is stable. It's been super unstable for, I don't know, like 20 hours. Oh yeah, there is some wild up and down in the upload speed. I don't know what's happening, but let's just hope it's not disconnecting. So this, it's gonna be a fairly quick stream. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do an hour, and I'm gonna cut it up into a video. So there are a couple of things that I want to talk about, and I also want to give a quick update on how the whole KVK situation with 2827 played out. So first and foremost, thank you to the people. So there were some people from 2827 who messaged me, and they were like, they were nice about it. They understood it's part of the competition. So when I'm saying like you got whatever pimp slapped and whatever, you got power bombed and all the stupid stuff that I'm talking about, it's part of the competition. Like, it's nothing personal. And yeah, so thank you for the people who understand that it's nothing personal and there is no malicious intent or something. So I actually, oh god, this could be super embarrassing. I'm not even sure if I have enough materials for the horn. But let's see. We need music. By the way, I'm not the kind of person that like waits for an hour and is teasing you and all that stuff. We're just gonna craft it right away. If I do have the equipment materials. And by the way, pardon me, I'm super tired. So I came back from work about about an hour ago, and last night I didn't sleep at all. So I've been up for holy crap, upwards of 30 hours, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna try this music. Alright, horn of oh please, it would be so. How much do you need? Do you need 40 or 60 of each material? I know I do. Oh my god, I would be so stupid if I don't have enough. I do have enough ebony, definitely. Well, you can never have enough ebony, if you know what I mean. Oh, this could be super close. Oh, yes. Wait, no! Oh, fuck, no. No! Seriously? Wait, but maybe... Oh, well, there it is. Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, I have to think about who's getting it. Just in case it's a crit, it's a proc. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I do have one horn, and it doesn't have a proc, so I definitely need an infantry one. So the one we are crafting now, we can just make it infantry. Alright, please, please, please. I'm super lucky with the procs, to be honest. I'm super lucky. But it doesn't happen on the accessories, which of course is super unfortunate. I think I don't have a single refined accessory. So yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. I'm super happy I have my second Horned Fury. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Yeah, but you know what the issue is with like getting all those nice things? It's like you're running you're running out of excuses, man. Like at some point you don't have any excuses anymore. Okay, so we definitely keep one on Guan. There's no question. I guess Boudica would be the next. So I guess I do have to get rid of the call, which I really value. I really value the Call of the Loyal. But yeah, it's time to go. And we got our second horn. Awesome. Freaking awesome. Oh, looks beautiful, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. So unfortunately, you know, I'm like a super passionate kind of autistic gamer. So after something like this, I right away have to go into Sunset Canyon and look how much power I have now. But unfortunately, we ran out of attempts. It's a 682, but that's from the last match. So yeah, I guess. Well, actually, we can go to Last Canyon. It's the same number, isn't it? So like I said, there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. I'm gonna do it like... Oh, that is one of the matches where I wish I would actually set up my Richard. With Richard, this is 100% win. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. Like I said, thank you for the people who understand that me talking about 28-27, making fun of them and the situation is just part of the competition, so there's nothing personal, right? But that also goes for the entirety of my channel. Considering the size of the channel, which I consider to be zero, I do live in this YouTube content creator stuff at Stratosphere. I started live streaming in 2009 and I had my first YouTube channel in 2011. And by early 2012, it already had 60,000 subscribers. So it's been a very long time coming. And so I know in the beginning it is really exhausting, like putting up videos, not getting feedback, and people don't talk to you and stuff like that. So you kind of feel like you're putting videos to the void. And that's really not happening. So many people are messaging me, especially in the game, which is really awesome because it tells me that they care about me actually seeing the message. Because you never know, is somebody reading YouTube comments, yes or no? And most of the feedback was super positive. But there also was some criticism, and of course there were some people who were like pissed off, whatever, mad, angry, whatever. And I said it before, I value criticism over compliments because compliments get you comfortable, they get you stagnant, and that's not what I want to do with my channel. So there was some criticism that was really good. So for example, somebody said, yep, like try to get to the point quicker, which definitely is a problem because I'm somebody who is talking extremely nuanced, and I always want to establish context, but of course that can be super tiring in a YouTube video. So But then also there were some, where, yeah, some points where I was shaking my head a little. So for example, criticizing other YouTubers, somebody, or actually two people said, yeah, before you talk shit about others, like, do it better first. And it's like such an intellectually bankrupt statement, because let me give you an example. If you have a teacher who is literally incapable of teaching you something, you don't have to be a better teacher than them to go to the principal's office and call the teacher out, right? Like, but that is basically what you are saying. And so, with arguments like those, like, of course, I smile, and it's completely fine. And I do understand that if you are somebody who really values, like Jiscool, for example, I've been talking about him before, you really value him and you like him and you like his streams and stuff, I can understand that, because of those vicariously living through YouTubers and such, I can understand how you would want to defend him. But to everybody who wants to do that, I'm just gonna give you one quick response, and that is, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong with anything I say. Anything. And I wanna right away show that I do have plans for like doing original stuff and whatnot. So the first point is my channel. Now, best case scenario, at some point my channel would be monetized, right? So I make the pledge right now that I will never even once, it doesn't matter how big this channel gets, I will never even once take out a penny from this channel and put it in my pocket. And this has many reasons. So one is, I never want to depend on a YouTube channel that is about Rise of Kingdoms. If you live through, if you live from that as a primary financial source, it's super irresponsible in my opinion. And the next reason is, I want to, this is for the community, right? Like, I do care about the community, and this is for the community, and I want to build the community, and it's not for my financial gains. Like, I make those, in like through other sources and other channels. Like I do have right now, I do have 2 monetized channels, but those are considerably more lucrative, and they are catering towards like being monetized. So also I will keep this channel free of any advertisements and stuff like that. Not advertisement, but sponsors. The problem is sponsors are basically restricting your freedom of speech, more or less. Like, I guess that sounds a little bit dramatic. Of course, you can still say whatever you want, but you are going to lose the sponsors. So I'm a passionate gamer, and with that comes a little bit of gamer rage every now and then. And if I feel like calling you an asshole, then that's what I'm gonna do. But it is like, like I said before, it is part of the competition. It's not like I'm personally attacking you. So this channel will forever be free of sponsors, especially when it comes to Lilith, because forever, for all eternity, I want to be able to say fuck Lilith. And there are also, I'm not doing that just to be a douchebag or whatever. No, I'm challenging them. I'm simply challenging them. So then, with and in terms of challenging them, they send out, I talked about this before, so very quickly, they send out this face-to-face roundtable shit. Well, you have never come face-to-face with anybody. By the way, I don't know, did you hear this sound? This wasn't a fart. This was actually my arm on the table, I swear. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Anyway. Anyway, you know, they send out this mail face to face, but they have never come face to face with anybody, and they have never talked to anybody. Lilith is a faceless organization. And when I am talking about Lilith, I'm not talking about the developers, because everybody is always about the developer, right? But they love the game and they want to have a good game. But they themselves, they are restricted by the leadership. You know, they are the ones who decide the monetization system and everything, and not the developer. The developer just wants to create a good game because that is his career. Like, he has to create a good game to have it in his portfolio. While the leadership, of course, like the managers and whatnot, they need finances, right? That is their career. So the issue is not the developer, it is the managers and the higher-ups. Let's just say higher-ups. So, yeah, I will forever say fuck Lilith. And if Lilith has a problem with that, then, yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation about, for example, like what's going on with Champions of Olympia. Half a year ago I said, well, it's not up right now. I thought it's Sunday, but obviously it's not. I said it's the one thing in Rise of Kingdoms that has by far the highest potential in what it could become, even higher than KVK, and especially Ark of Osiris, which is basically irrelevant. Like, I don't even understand how you could take it seriously. But that aside, you know, I said that like half a year ago, I don't know, 5 months ago. And since then they changed a little bit. But like, how is it not possible to set up a custom game? Like, how? It is literally the only real competitive mode in all of Rise of Kingdoms. Literally. And you cannot have a custom game. You can only, you know, and by custom game I simply mean you cannot have an opponent of your choosing. So for example, against your alliance mate. So that has to be possible at some point. There is no chance they are not going to do that. And immediately when this is possible, I will start holding tournaments. So I'm gonna create a whole thing, and then I'm gonna run promotion and whatnot, and I'm actually gonna put money into it and run a tournament with a prize pool. And again, even there, I don't care about making money. Like, this is not a place where I'm making money. Then also thinking about a whole lot of like original form content. I will never start doing like tier lists and stuff, because all of that is bullshit. Like, you don't need a tier list. Like, all you need is a picture. That is why nobody is watching the tier list. The viewer retention stuff on that has to be so bad, because you're just gonna skip to the point where it's done and then you see the full list, right? So I will never do that. But instead I want to create original content. So for example, I want to build a community and have people participate, like be in Discord with me during streams, playing Champions of Olympia, playing whatever, Ark of Osiris, playing, I don't know, or, you know, even one thing that would be interesting is being in a KVK and being in Discord with the people you are fighting against. That would, for example, be something interesting, because then you actually do have both perspectives, at least verbally. So that is something that I want to do. Then also at a point where this channel is actually monetized. Like I said, I'm not gonna take out a single penny, never. Even if there's $50,000, I will not take out a single penny. Everything I make on this channel will forever be for the channel, for the community, and spending in the game. So something that I think I actually want to do is I want to hire 3D animators and, you know, stuff like that, and create short videos about stuff that is going on in Rise of Kingdoms. I have a very specific picture of how that could look, and it goes a little bit into like if you know the city, the movie Sin City, it's kind of that style in terms of color and whatnot, and then with a little bit of anime. That is basically what so I have a very specific picture in mind. So then what else is there to talk about? And what else can we do? Actually, I have to take one more look at my Boudica. I love that Hornor furry. Have my second one. Oh yeah, for the future. So actually for this KVK. Okay, we're gonna talk about how it played out with 28-27. So they are completely kicked out of Kingsland. They do have a little bit of place left, territory left. So they were hunting farmers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's over for them. And like people are extremely unforgiving, which of course is warranted. Like you cannot simply not forgive something like that, something like what happened here. But at the same time, as I said before, I'm sorry to all the innocent bystanders. And I mean, even I do remember I was streaming on Twitch for a while, about 2 years ago. And I do remember I once said I wish there was treachery and like rogues and stuff like all the time, because it's quite literally the most exciting thing that can happen in Rise of Kingdoms. But you know, you gotta, you know, on one hand it is always super exciting and it makes for like the most amazing stories in Rise of Kingdoms, but at the same time, if you think about it, so many people from this kingdom have been zeroed simply because the king and a handful of players or a handful of leadership, whatever, made a decision. And then their players got zeroed. And they never had anything to do with this. And that is, you know, that is very heavy if you consider the time and money and everything you put into gaining power. I mean, I do still, like every single time I'm in Rise of Kingdoms, I do remember the time I was grinding, you know, from 5 million power, 10 million, 20 million. And every single time I hit a landmark, I would look at the other cities and I'm like, oh, I'm more powerful than this person now. This person has had 5 million, now I have 6 million. But then you look at the next city and it has 10 million power. And you're like, damn, I will never get to that point where like I'm not looking at other cities and wish I would be like them. And everybody had to go through this. I mean, unless you are like a super whale. And you know, for those people, like that's you know, they achieved that and now it's gone because of the king made a decision, and that's just super unfortunate. So oh yeah, by the way, I made a mistake in my last video. I think I said I think the quote was, I think we do get a cigarette. But I also said it's just hearsay and me observing. And as far as I know now, we don't get it, but I think it's 3-4. I'm not sure, but on 92, 3-4 most likely, it looks like. So yeah, that was a mistake on my behalf. And so then, yeah, for the next KVK, so my to my current knowledge, we are taking the first or the second queue. And to me, I really hope it's gonna be a big fight season, because the next KVK is actually where I really want to pick up the pace with the channel. So I'm going to 95 million power. I'm going to, you know, for the last 3 months, I have been completely free to play. I don't even have the gem supply going. So I'm gonna spend a decent amount of money. And so, you know, I just expertise Joan, but I do wanna, which is, you know, fairly close already, the next KVK, but I do wanna get another champion ready until the next KVK. So that means either, you know, spending a whole lot of Wheel of Fortune, whatever. Unfortunately, I'm super pissed off with the Mightiest Governor event. I don't want to participate. I tried once in this kingdom and people were, you know, shooting over the golds and yeah, over the caps, and I got pissed off. So I don't understand how this could happen. I'm sorry to anybody who, I do understand this can happen to one person every, like, I don't know, 200 300 years, but somehow in Rise of Kingdoms it happens every single time, so every second week for like 5 people. And I don't know, like, either you're really freaking stupid or you're just super ignorant, because like this can literally not happen. You, like, if you have the slightest bit of consideration for things, I don't understand how it could happen for every single Mightiest Governor. So, and yeah, I'm sorry, you know, like, I'm super unapologetic about my opinions, but again, it's nothing personal, you know, it's just like, get your shit together and do it properly. So yeah, so the next KVK, I will actually go for the 30 million kills. So still to this day, I think the highest I've gotten was 15 million. And that is, you know, kind of letting down myself. When I was in KVK with 1228, I hit 14 point something. And then in the last KVK, so right now, the last KVK, I hit 14.9 or something, and it is kind of a letdown to myself. And I'm now at a point with my commanders and everything after the 1.5 year break. I'm at a point where I don't have any excuse other than maybe like real life schedule and stuff like that. That could happen if the timing for the pass openings is super unfortunate and stuff like that. It might actually be a problem, but otherwise I don't have any excuses anymore. So for the next KVK, we are actually going for the 30 million kills. And that is where I'm going to pick up the pace on my channel. And yeah, so I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. And I quite literally don't have anything to do in the game. I do have 5 Bastion quests though. We are fairly close to finishing troops, I think. So we're gonna finish those. Gotta make sure I actually accept the quest, because it happened like 5 times this KVK that I was training troops and I forgot to accept the the quest. So what else do we have? I guess we're gonna go for runes. Where I'll be. I guess we're gonna go for runes. Actually, let's look if the cigarette has any. Can they not like rename this thing? Because like I'm saying cigarette and every time I'm like, oh yeah, I could actually go smoke a cigarette. And that's actually true. That is not just a goofy joke that I'm making. It's actually true. Every time I'm saying it, oh yeah, I should go smoke a cigarette. No runes at all? Really? Oh, whose birthday is it? Hey, tile of weed, unoccupied area of the RoK map. Happy birthday. We need runes. So what did I talk about and what did I maybe forget? I was talking about what I'm planning with this channel. I was talking about feedback on my channel. I was talking about what happened now with this KVK, how it concluded or concludes. Do we have no runes at all? What is going on? Commander EXP. Okay, let's go. Did I forget something? Yeah, but I definitely forgot something. There's no question about it. I really gotta start like at least writing down bullet points or something, but I completely refuse to go with a script. I completely refuse. We did. Oh, actually, we still need to kill one Saroli boss. Actually, you know what? We can just open. Should we? Yeah, let's just open stuff. So we got 5 keys, couple of speed ups. Okay. Got a magic chest. This is definitely more interesting. We got 15 AP bottles. Nice. I guess, can we open Sovereign? Oh no. Yeah, oh, that was so stupid. Well, actually, I guess it wasn't too bad, but whatever. I actually, the Sovereign keys, I didn't spend them at the event. I did put in like 80 on the tavern instead of on the event, which... What was the name again of that event? I completely forgot. What was the event? Yeah, I forgot the name. Start building troops. I think actually I did talk about everything I wanted to talk about. So like I said, I'm gonna chop it up. Make a quick video Okay, this music is a bit obnoxious, not gonna lie. Oh, actually, oh, there's one more thing. How could I? Um, so I want to let you in just a little bit on my private life. So the reason why I didn't have any videos for almost 4 months, there was a lot of stuff going on. Like I quit my job around Christmas, and you know how it goes, right? Like in the beginning it's cool, but then you like more and more get into a rough spot. And there were a couple of decisions for me to make. So about like 3 months ago I split up with my girlfriend, and so that took a lot of, you know, attention, dedication, whatever, away from me, away from the game basically. And right before that happened, I was approached with a business opportunity, and I said yes, which is a really big step for me because like I come from a very underprivileged position, and I'm more like a 9 to 5 person. So this is pretty big for me. But I right away said yes. I want to do that. And the thing is, you know, for them to have me is definitely more important than the other way around, which of course is a really good situation to be in. So then I realized, hey, like I could actually combine this business opportunity, realizing this with another idea that I had for like 4 or 5 years. And I never talked to anybody about this. I haven't told a single person up until 2 weeks ago. So, like I said before, I had many YouTube channels before and live streams and whatnot. And I always had this idea of becoming a digital nomad. Basically, like just living with a backpack, traveling, being around, making experiences and whatnot. And I always had this idea for a number of reasons. I want to do that. But it was something that it's kind of like, you know, when you tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm going to buy a Ferrari at some point in my life, but it's never going to happen, right? So I went to my bank and I took on a loan which goes to 6 figures to get into this business opportunity, but also actually becoming a digital nomad. So in the beginning of December, I'm officially the owner of an apartment in Venezuela. So this is on an island off the northern coast. And this will be my kind of resort for when I'm in South America. But it's also going to be an Airbnb, just as a, you know, a little side money, making a little bit like a secondary source of income. But then, you know, I'm also applying for citizenship in Turkey because I do have, like my father is living in Turkey. So there's, and that's just to, you know, have another resort, like a place I can go to in case like I have health issues or whatever. And since I'm a German, like there's like 100 countries in the world where I can go to without needing a visa, and every single Schengen country I can just go to and start working and stuff. So yeah, all of that is going to happen in January. So in the beginning of December, I'm officially the owner of this apartment. And then in January, I basically leave my life behind and become a digital nomad. The only, basically, more or less, the only thing that I'm taking with me is actually Rise of Kingdoms, because I'm going to continue to play. I'm going to continue to make videos, which basically means it could happen that I'm sitting on a volcano in Mexico, live streaming Rise of Kingdoms, or, you know, being like chilling with indigenous people on the Amazonas in Brazil and fighting in KVK. I think it could make for some really funny content. But it's also, of course, so for example, I could end up in a, oh, damn. I could end up in a country where I cannot be outside as much because, you know, a country where there is an active battle zone or war zone, whatever it might be. Sometimes you just have times where you cannot be outside as much if you travel a lot. One for that reason, and the second one is just, you know, it's kind of like building or like having like a mental resort, you know, something you're familiar with, something you're comfortable with. I mean, being around and, you know, constantly having to learn languages and stuff like that and not knowing anybody wherever you go. Of course, it's good to have something that you know and you know and you are comfortable with. So yeah, that is basically like all these things are the reason why there hasn't been a video for almost 4 months. But it's also what's going on in the future. So right now I'm actually working 2 jobs. I have a 9 to 5, and I also have a second job for the weekends. So I'm working up to 50 hours a week, and it's basically just for, you know, building like saving up as much money as possible alongside the loan that I took from a bank. And yeah, so that's why I don't have too much time, like literally don't. Like it's not like it's not like I don't want to dedicate more time. I literally don't have the time to be in the game as much. So that's also why I'm saying, like, maybe with the next KVK, my real life schedule could be an issue. So yeah, but I think that concludes everything that I needed to say for the video. So like I said, I'm going to chop up this live stream. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot my runes. I'm going to chop up this video and this live stream and make a video out of it. So let's catch the runes. Actually, I'm gonna do that off stream, and because I really need to smoke a cigarette. So if anybody's actually in the stream, because like I'm using a remote to control the stream, but I'm never looking at the numbers and stuff like that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope there's somehow going to be another fight in this KVK. If that happens, I'm definitely going to stream it. Like, I don't know, maybe we are invading zones or something. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and bye.